Anyway, I mentioned before we went to break that we were going to do that we were going to talk about Ed Reed and Bethune Cookman University, but just not necessarily his rant. You know that is what it is, and all the other stuff. But just on the business of hiring celebrity coaches, what should we learn? What should we all learn for what happened here? On the Ed Reed's part, what should we learn? What should we learn as a university, and what we should learn as I guess a board or athletic directors falling in love with this? We want a celebrity.
Yeah,
Right.
We need a celebrity hire. The first thing I would think, though, Reese, honestly, Bethune-Cookman probably is going to look at themselves and say, you know what, we didn't do our due diligence here.
that's part of it. That's part of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Ed Reed had done to think that he would be a successful coach at that school, but
Well, he thought he could be a successful coach. That's it.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
Not a coach leading a university
gotcha.
program.
Well, one of the things that jumps out to me, the first thing I learned is that, and I really truly believe this, it's only one Deion Sanders.
Right.
Number one.
And you try to mimic that or reflect that in someone else, it's kind of hard to do that.
True.
And we found that out. I think that's what Bethune found out, in my opinion, that it's only one Deion Sanders out there.
It is only one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I just caveat that with, I think the main thing is to find the best coach for your program and not the celebrity, which is what, in this case, it looks like that's what they were looking more to, okay, like now the new blueprint is Deion. And there's not another Deion like that, but make it about hunting the right football coach.
So if you're a program and you see the Deions of the world and you see the success that it had and the notoriety that it brought and the funds that it brought, the sponsorships that it brought,
Yeah.
right? And now you say we need that here, right? We need that here.
Yes.
Did they think that they were hiring someone to come in and be a good publicist, PR, and business development person? Or did they bring somebody in from the other side and say, we're bringing a good head football coach that will attract all of those other things?
Those are great questions. I think they want all the above. I think they wanted another Deion. Because Deion, think about it. Because even
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Okay, but let me say this though. Deion got out coached
Twice, at least.
at the Celebration Bowl.
Absolutely.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah. So the X's and O's, maybe they ain't his thing. He talks about having his guys with him.
Yeah.
But Trey Oliver and the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, that's why they've been rewarded to go coach to these postseason, the Senior Bowl and all those other places because these guys are good. So Deion was there for that other stuff you mentioned, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
The Walmarts and the Under Armours and things of that nature. And by the way, he was a brand. He's on TV. He's a great Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So he brought that noise with him that way, right? So that's why. But Ed Reed, Hall of Famer, all that, but he didn't have the other stuff I mentioned,
Right.
And I think that's what Bethune was trying to do again. I'm just being repetitive here a little bit, but they're trying to get another Deion. And to your point, though, all those things you mentioned didn't exist in Ed Reed, and that's what they fell short of, in my opinion.
Know what you're getting.
Yeah.
What? But and I'm gonna take him on. I'm gonna hit him on the chin a little bit. I don't think they cared. And this is sad to say. I don't think they really cared about the X's and O's. They just wanted somebody that they felt could bring enough notoriety to help the institution attract students and sponsors
and money. Yeah.
I just personally feel that way because you can't go into this process and it just felt like the AD, Reggie Theus,
Yep.
notable guy, my personal opinion. Been around a while.
Oh yes.
Felt like they never even had a conversation.
Yeah,
It just
Right. The
feels
way
that
they were
way.
talking about each other
It was clear
afterwards.
that-
That's
yeah.
so true. K-Mac.
yeah. It was clear there was a disconnect somewhere in there. It seemed like
Right.
they weren't on the same page. Yeah.
Like when you hear, and like you said, there's only one Dion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Dion and the AD at Jack State was step and step.
Yeah. Ashley. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
they were step for step,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all in.
Oh, they was in sync big time. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Exactly.
So this whole thing just seems disjointed and poorly orchestrated. I'll say it that way.
Right.
Disjointed and very poorly orchestrated.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with you on that one. That's
I agree.
That's one of those things. So in the article that you referenced, they list some of those things where that HBCU failed in this whole process.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
they feel. I mean, it's some lessons learned.
Lesson learned.
Mhm.
Some lessons learned for them
Okay.
is number one,
Mhm.
focus on coaching.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hiring the best coach, like you said, Pam.
Mm-hmm.
Hiring the best football coach for the job.
Right.
Number one. Ed Reed, lessons learned.
Mhm.
Know where in the hell you going.
Yeah. See that part.
Know
This-
where you going.
Right.
And and people they came at us because we said that, but that part just drives me crazy. He act like he's never been there before.
Yeah,
and
like he didn't know what he was signing up for.
like y'all tricked me, kind of. Man, get on him with that.
Yeah, it says one of the lessons for Reed is lessons learned maybe that become more strategic and more of a politician / diplomat. If you want to be a head football coach, being a Hall of Fame player doesn't automatically qualify you
hell no.
to be a great
No,
coach.
No,
That's right.
no, it doesn't. Not at all. Not even close. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that's sad to say. Some people, you ain't got to be no. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but you ain't gotta be no suck up
Yeah.
to be a good coach.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that go into coaching at a high level,
Right.
and some of them you're not gonna like.
Not at all.
A lot of them you're not gonna like. It's a lot of things go into playing in the NFL. A lot of players don't like it, but they're available for media availability, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you like it or not. That's what you have to do, right? You think head football coaches, most of them, want to take time out of their Tuesday to come talk to, Reese, K-Mac, Pam, and Vashti?
Right.
No, I bet they would say we got better things to do,
Sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So some things you got to do, some things you need to do, some things you want to do. But if I had to have one parting statement about
Okay.
this entire saga, is collectively we should all keep the main thing, and that'll probably keep us all out of trouble.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and also
And that goes for both parties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Understand where you are with your program. If you need a coach or if you need that PR person.
Mhm.
Because Dion, we said coaching, but he was a leader of men.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
He's definitely a leader of men now. He X's and O's and run that play. That may be something totally different. But he checked the boxes on all those other things you just mentioned.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's you got to understand what you need for your particular program and go after that person to fill that need.
That's
Like
true.
that, yeah.
And the only other thing I would say about keeping it in your house, I
Mhm.
mean, like they leaked the story about him being there, and the deal wasn't even signed. They didn't have a follow-up interview because all of a sudden they were a little unsure. Get it right
They was
first.
embarrassed.
Do it in order,
Sure.
and then push it out there.
Well, did